How is it going, guys? I hope you enjoy the new improved sound quality that I'm bringing to you today with my brand new little microphone that I bought. That's hopefully providing you with a bit better, just a quality service that we are trying to give you guys, and it's going to help us as well with when we produce the lectures and stuff. So let's look at what's going on here, and what a mess. This is just crazy. As some of you might remember, I think what I pointed out is that I see at least 60 to be retouched, because that was the 14 or something on some chart, or was it the 14 on the 4 hour, which would have been or 77. I think that's what I pointed out. But looking at how weak the end of day bounce was, like it was probably to be expected that we might not reach, but then like a sell-off like this, that's it's just crazy what's going on right now, and we are limit down again. So yeah, interesting times. This might be the .com kind of thing of our generation. So enjoy it while it lasts, and then you can tell your grandchildren about it someday. So I took a fair bit of shorts off into the close today, and I'm not super short anymore. I have still my short bonds, which it's not looking. No, I think it's looking okay from what I remember, because I shorted here. I'm about flat at the moment, and then I also have the long oil, which is of course dropping again now, but since you guys know, this is like a multi year almost position that we are building here. So if this is actually going lower, this might be an opportunity to buy a little bit more, which I will. If we get back down, like into that 27 range, I might add a few more positions. But in general, look at the market. What I'm seeing is, it's going crazy. And when you look at some of the market stocks, the volume bars today were insane. Like you look at BA, I have that on the watch list, not because I want to trade it, just because of the volume that we are seeing here. It's like twice the volume of what we've seen, like at any time before. If Starbucks is another one, just insane volume. No, it wasn't Starbucks. What was it? Was it Uber? Marriott. That's the one. So just like insane volume. But with a lot of them, we see them coming into support zones again. And if you look at the market, we look at the market on the higher time frames. And we look at the monthly, we are getting into the lower count on the monthly. We are on the 200 on the weekly. So again, if you guys know me, and if you guys have been with us for a while, I am a bear. I prefer shorting way more, and I enjoy it way more than I enjoy longing. But I feel like we might at least find a little bit of equilibrium here at this point, because there's like celebrities are having coronavirus and stuff like that now, and travel is being restricted and all of that. But what I'm also seeing is that there's bigger forces now. They are gonna try and pour some money in and save that bear market kind of mark. And so from all of these points of views, I think at least a few days of chop might be in the books, which I really like very much, because I scalped 100 points yesterday. So some two-sided actions in the next few days would actually be quite fun. So as I told you guys, I don't really have like an individual stock watch list. just a few things that I wanted to just showcase. This Boeing, go back to the lower time frames. This is basically just a parabolic, an inverted parabolic chart. So while this is crazy and everything's negative, what you also want to keep in mind that we are like coming into a little bit of a support zone here that might let's see where that is, where we've had consolidation before for a while, where this might perhaps find a bounce and retest the 200, find a bounce perhaps somehow, I don't know how, into the lower Celt eventually. But I think if you've been short BA, then you would do well to take profits. It's the same with a lot of stocks, and with if you've been short the market as well. I think it's take the profits when you have them. The other one is, of course, Marriott, the hotels. They are, of course, seeing craziness. But this one as well, coming into like a support level. We see this in at a few stocks now. It's just showing me a little bit of level of support that we might be reaching now. And when you look at the VIX on a day like today, let's actually look at VX, so I'm not telling you guys anything stupid. So it's made a new high on this sell-off that we've had after hours. We're back into 53. So the VIX is probably going to gap up unless we are finding, we are bouncing overnight. But that as well, comparably, like today, I find, it stayed bid, but it started, look at the VVIX, volatility started decreasing a little bit. So we'll see what goes on tomorrow. We could also find more craziness. I'm not going to make predictions. Like in this market, anyone who's making predictions as to what's going to happen, unless it's addicted, it's just, like an amateur to me. Amateurs are making predictions, and traders, they're just trading what the market gives them. So, and that's why I say, I would probably expect a bounce today, because what we see, what I saw is this the 4 hour? So you closed the 4 hour, we tested the 4 hour, closed over. So why, and it was that support zone. So what I would have loved to see is, like another bounce and then the fail. But hey, that's the thing, like now as a trader, you just trade what's in front of you. And I am, I shorted as soon as I got back. I shorted a little bit. But just to get back into the lows, and perhaps you'll even see or hear this get filled as I'm talking. So let's go through the list. This one is just fun. Let's get rid of all the drawings. As I pointed out to you guys with the bonds, and like this one was one that I mentioned as well, it's just insanity, complete insanity. And that's what happens to parabolic charts. It's crazy what's happening. So that's what like FOMO and no education will do to you, and or to someone's account, I guess. And I find it kind of amusing to watch. The next one, the next three actually are stocks that I see a bit of relative strength in. You look at AMD, it's actually reclaimed the lower Celt here today, and after hours, I'm not sure if this was still trading, but it definitely looks like wait, let me change this to my time zone just so I can see what time it is here. So okay, this might have stopped trading before that sell-off, but it just looks relatively strong. So if these are the stocks you might want to look at for when the market bounces. We have like this kind of zone here that we might want to keep in mind and see if this can perhaps move back into the 50s. Take two, gaming companies, obviously. Gaming companies are doing well because this is perfect for them. You know, people are staying home and playing their games, especially, you know, when people can't go to work. They want to play games, at least some of them, I guess. So they are relatively strong. Activision also quite unimpressed with the whole thing. Still, you know, like staying within that regression channel that it's had all like since last year. It started last year and just been moving up like this. It's shallow, but hey, it's still within that range. So that, you know, just shows a bit of relative strength. So, you know, these are the stocks you might want to look at if we get a bounce. And until then, I will just be trading the market and bonds. So we look at bonds. You know, obviously on this stuff we are bouncing a little bit, and we look at the lower time frames here, and we also have like this kind of support zone here, 178.18, and then this level in between here, 177.20. So we need to get through this first, but my bond position is a bit longer term, so I'm fine at the moment. Yeah, you know, even if this bounces, I might even add, and you know, like even add a little bit further out with my expiration, and you know, take it from there. And lastly, again with oil, just looking at this probably for the last time for a while, because hey, this is a long-term position. Doesn't make sense, and it doesn't pay out to, you know, just keep freaking looking at it every day and, you know, oohing and ahhing what could happen when you have a 2-year position on. So that's the thing for me. There you go. That just got filled. That's like my last MES shorts that just got filled, which is great. So now I am actually slightly long delta, because, you know, we are gonna get into the circuit breaker and see what happens from there. But basically the night is over. So you guys get some sleep, and hopefully by the open we'll see what happens. I'm rambling again, so I'm gonna finish it now. Guys, if you liked the video, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. If you want to hear more, then you know there's this little bell next to the subscription button that you can hit. If you want to hear more directly from us, then join us in Discord. The link's in the description. Good work as always. Yeah, fun. I'll see you guys at the open.